we usually have the season worked out before we even have a pickup. We already know what we're gonna do. So it's literally just everyday things, or the things that we try to tackle, things that regular TV don't want to tackle.
Yeah, you're definitely doing that. That's why I'm telling everybody to watch this show.
Yeah, and just in a funny, dark
on regular
way.
television.
Nah, you won't see this shit on regular TV.
No.
And this is all in your book too, right?
A lot of it came out of my book from first season. A lot of it came out of my book.
Yeah.
And stand up, the things that I write about. You know, I'm a convicted felon mom on TV, where usually they have the mom as the perfect person. Mm-hmm. And, you know, the daddy can be a little rough around the edges, but this time the mom is rough around the edges. I mean, because nobody is perfect. And TV try to make the world seem like it's perfect. I mean, if you really, a lot of people find out when their parents die that they was hoes, that they had dildos, that they was drug addicts. Yeah. So you don't find that shit until you dig out or you clean out the house. You're like, what was mom and daddy doing with 6 strap-on? Because they were fucking freaks.
I wish.
They was freaks.
Yeah, Carmen's parents.
You'll
never find that out.
Strap-ons.
Yeah.
They're Catholic and
that's what you think. Yeah. That's what you think. You wait till you clean out their fucking house.
My God.
How much shit you gonna have to say? Like, butt plug. Who butt plug? And it's gonna be named.
That's right.
It's gonna be titled. Watch what I tell you.
You're
gonna be like, they're gross.
Is there anything that you wanted to get on the show that they were like, okay, no, that's too much?
No. Be honest with you. You know, Hulu shot the pilot to the show, and there we're on BET Plus. And I told my co-creator, I said, one thing I know is we in the right place, because BET Plus let us be black as hell.
Oh,
but it's not even about black and white. It transfers to everybody.
Oh, it's universal.
It's universal.
Sure.
We just happen to be on a black network, and that's what I love about it. Because people like everybody come over and watch the show, because they was like, I hear all the time, you know, this show remind me of my family, because nobody has a perfect fucking family.
That's right.
Who don't go home and take off their bra and want to talk about real shit?
Yeah.
Whether you agree or disagree with what's going on in the world, a lot of times you say that shit inside the comfort of your home.
Yeah, that's true.
And you've never been in therapy?
No.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
A marriage counseling.
You are so grounded, though. Think of all the things you've gone through, and you could have gone in this completely different direction.
Well, I look at life like this. You know, it takes energy to be angry, to be depressed. So, you know, I could be mad at the world for the way I grew up. So I just decided to take that negative energy and laugh about it.
Right.
Though all the negative shit, everything you ever done to me or anybody ever done to me, I find it funny. And I said each night on stage, don't be whining about the person who stuck their thumb up your ass. If he didn't get past the knuckle, it's hilarious. That means you didn't take the whole thumb.
That's right. You got a title for your next book.
Oh my God.
Didn't take the whole thumb.
Yeah.
That's amazing. I think I read somewhere that the show, just to stay on the show for a second, has 2 versions. Are you guys doing an edited version as well as the one?
We have a linear version. So the show did so well on BET Plus. Like it was, the first season was shutting the app down.
Yeah.
And so it did so well, they decided to move it to linear, which is TV. And we never wrote it for TV. It was all for streaming purposes.
Sure.
So then they go in and they put it on linear and they bleep it out. And they're like, oh, people's not going to like it. It was killing. I mean, it was killing on linear. And I'll tell people, I say, if you think that's good, go watch it on the app. So we do this. The second season is cut up for TV, and the third season is cut up for TV.
So it's cut up. It's not that there's 2 different scripts for each episode, right?
It's just
so it's a lot of beeps, bleeping, and
believe it or not, we can say nigga, but we can't say motherfucker.
Is that right?
Wow.
Oh my God. That reminds me of something I thought when Mary.
I'm sorry, that's not a bleep, is it?
Oh, we'll find out later. We're not live, so it doesn't matter.
You can say the N word, but you cannot say ML.
We're not going to say that word. Which maybe.
Thank you.
Mary Lou Bella was the director, and she's a white woman.
Oh my God! So the first season.
Yes, that's what I want to hear. Please.
You know, Mary Lou is about 5 feet tall. Oh, precious little white lady.
Yeah.
And we're in there, we just slanging the words, and she be like, "Pick it up at the N word."
That was exactly my question. And she says N-word, right?
She say N-word.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't.
my
I
God.
think I heard one director say, "Pick it up, that nigga." And we was like,
That's great.
He said, "But it's in the strip." I said, "But you don't do that.
That's
Don't do
amazing.
that.
Yeah, I
There's too
know.
many of us out here. Don't do that.
I
Don't do
know,
that."
because Quentin Tarantino used to have this. He got into a big discussion. It went viral years ago with Denzel Washington, and he was saying like he believes that we should be using the N-word because the more you use it, the less power it has. And Denzel disagreed.
That is. Let
Yeah.
me say something. And
Yeah,
I tell
please.
this all the time when I'm talking to white America. We can say it all the time to each other, and it's an endearment. For some reason, when white people say it,
Yeah.
it comes at hate. We can feel it.
Because it's got
And
the baggage.
I think it's through our ancestors. It's something that boils up in every black person in America. Whether you walk away from it when people say it, but
Right.
you feel it. It's like a kick in the chest.
Yeah.
And I don't know why, but it's for some reason when it come out of some other person other than a black person mouth, we feel it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, that's enough. I think just to know that is
Yeah.
enough to go. Well, then why say it? Why
I mean,
why
it's not
bother?
what I tell people. Compare it to the word cunt for white women.
Yeah.
I didn't know how effective the word cunt for white women was
Yeah.
until I was doing a show and somebody called a white woman a cunt. And I was like, what the hell is a cunt?
Yeah. And then you go to England and they just say it all the time. Hey, you cunt.
Yeah, that's right. You're either a twat or a cunt in England. Yeah. That's
I was
right.
like, with the white lady, oh, I'm not a cunt. I said, what is a cunt? And it's like a bitch. I was like, why would you call her that?
That happened to me with twat. I remember. I was like, what's a twat? So how much more do you have that we haven't seen on the show? Could you go seasons on this show?
People, one thing about me and the co-creator, we want to walk away on top.
Mm-hmm.
We don't, when we get to the point where we just making up dumb shit,
Yeah.
I'm never going to do it for the money. I do what I do for the love of what I do.
Good.
I love stand-up. I love doing the Miss Pat show. When I got to go make up shit, it's time to close doors. I can make money elsewhere.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, we hoping we can get about 5, 6, who knows?
Yeah.
But I don't ever want to do it just to be doing it.
Right.
I always want to be excited about every episode like I am now.
Sure. And you don't want to have to go back to selling crack to come up with a new season.
I'm never going to go back to selling crack,
Yeah.
sir. I'm too old.
Yeah.
Standing on the corner with a bra on, hot flashes alone to kill me before anybody else will. I can't do that.
Good.
Back in those days, I had boobs that sit straight up. These bitches lay down like they in a drive-by now. So I can't.
Oh,
Now,
God.
why was your name Rabbit? Is there something behind that?
No, I just had a stepdaddy that told me if I eat carrots that I will have good eyes forever, which was a damn lie. I can't see nothing. So I like raw carrots coming up, so he named me Rabbit.
Yeah.
Oh. And a caseworker was the one who suggested you do
Stand up.
Mm-hmm. And what was that? What is it? Well, let's go into stand up. You've got the Netflix special, so y'all want to hear something crazy, right? Which is great. We watched that. It was hilarious.
Yeah.
What's your stand up process like? Do you go out there with nothing and see what comes out and then craft from there? Do you sit home and write?
I go out to open mics with nothing.
Okay. Okay.
And I build. And when I feel like I got an okay 30, 35, and then I start to go on the road because you can always have a good feature act to do a little bit more time. And then I can talk too. So that'll buy me a little bit of time, but I need at least 35 because 45 is a headlining set. An hour is great. So when I was building the next hour, because I didn't want to go out with the same thing people saw on TV. So I just went to open mic every night.
Right. And just craft it from there.
I mean, it really is the best place I love doing, I don't know how you feel, but I love doing new stuff. To me, new stuff is just more exciting almost than doing your A stuff.
Oh, yeah. I mean, but when I'm building an hour, I just try to take that and then I just try to pull every angle of funny out of it I can. So it's like taking a premise and turning it into a bit, which take time. So that's what I'm doing now. I'm taking a bunch of little premises and turning them into bits because I'm a storyteller. So I like to take you on this journey. So, I'm working on an hour now talking about how I met my real daddy for the first time. He come over to whoop my sister ass and hit me. So I tell this crazy story about this big old black man that I had to beat his ass because nobody told me he was my daddy, but he hit me first.
The stories are just never
that's
ending.
already like that's a full season
I'm
of
already
another.
ready. I'm ready to hear the whole thing. I'm just like,
That's amazing.
So, it's always about me. It's
Yeah.
always about my life or what I'm going through.
Yeah.
Because I feel like, when you talk about yourself, there's so many other people that can relate. I'm a grandmother. I've been married almost 30 years. I'm always going to have something to talk about.
Yeah.
I
right.
hope.
Yeah. Yeah. You met Norman Lear, the treasured creator of television. Did he have any words of advice for you moving forward with the show or anything like that?
First season, he zoomed me and he watched the show and he called and told me and the co-creator, he's like, I love this show. And he just gave us, his blessings on it and told us, a lot of the way we pushed the envelope, because he pushed it back in the 70s.
Totally. Yeah.
And the 80s. But the only difference was the people had Bibles in their hands while they were watching TV.
Right.
So,
right.
So we come along and we're really pushing it, but nobody has the Bible in their hand anymore.
Yeah.
So they'll step a little bit more.
Yeah.
And he was like, a lot of things that you're doing, those are the things that I was, doing in the 70s and 80s.
Right. Right.
So, I went to his 100th birthday
you've
party.
taken it. It really does feel like you're the natural progression from everything he was doing.
Yeah.
Because he couldn't have done the Jeffersons like the way you're doing the Miss Pat show. You know what I mean? Just because of the way television was, you couldn't be that free with language, for one, but also the topics. I think like he hit really harsh topics at the time, but you're going even deeper. You're going way deeper, and it's like nothing else is doing that on television.
When he did the abortion episode, I think it was in 1974. TV lost their mind. I was 2 years old when he did that.
Yeah.
So I watched the reruns in the 80s and 90s, and people lost their damn mind because abortion is something people did not want to talk about.
Right. Yeah.
But
now it's all we can talk about.
Yeah.
Well, I'd say this is my pussy. If I want to stick firecrackers in it and let it turn into the 4th of July, it's my pussy.
Pat, don't do that.
Yeah. Nobody's talking about soft penises running around here still alive.
No. Season 4, everybody. Season 4.
What about all the soft penises? Ain't nobody trying to put a stop to that mess. And sometimes Viagra can't wake it up.
Yeah.
And what are they doing? And ain't nobody talking about all the time y'all shot off in socks. Those was babies too.
Yeah, that's true. We were killing babies alone in gym socks for decades.
Napkins,
centuries,
pillows,
hands.
hoodies.
There goes a whole village of people.
That's right.
Yeah, they could have.
Yeah,
that's true.
But you want to tell me what done crawled up in me that I don't even really know,
that
what I can't do with it. Just go to hell.
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
Yeah,
of course.
I don't know what's wrong with this country. The problem is with Congress, they don't feel like white women is having enough pure white babies. Y'all got to get to work, Carmen.
I'm half Spanish. I'm half Spanish.
No, I'll forget your Spanish part. We're gonna need your white part to satisfy these crazy ass old white men. We're running out of white people. We ain't running out of no damn people. Okay.
Hold the Spanish part back the next time you have a baby.
Yeah.
Just make a white one. No, you're true. It's true. It's Handmaid's Tale. That's what that side wants. That's what that side wants.
They want to cut off all clicks.
Yeah, that's right. They don't even want you. They don't want you to. They want you to have the baby, but not have the pleasure of having the baby.
Exactly.
Getting to the baby part. It's true.
Who are you to tell me what to do?
Yeah.
Go to hell.
Yeah.
And most of them who's writing these laws, they ain't had sex since the 80s.
No,
so you don't even know what it feels like to make a baby
with their wives.
Exactly, with nobody. All they do, they back, because men go through a stage where you put it down, then it's mediocre, then you go back to hunching.
Yeah.
So they hunching spot. So they out here hunching, but they want to tell me what I can't do.
Yeah.
Fuck you, because my womb will work because I'm 60.
Yeah.
And your stuff won't.
Yeah.
So I don't give a crap.
Do you do any activism stuff?
No.
Yeah.
I ain't got time for that shit.
She's got kids and grandkids.
That's right.
Now, is it difficult to did you tell your kids, look, I had a rough upbringing. This is how I want, do they see what you've gone through? And
my daughter's out there. She remember me selling crack. I had to put it in her underwear to keep it from the police.
Okay.
So she remember everything. I'm not one of those mothers that act like I'm perfect.
Yeah.
I was 14 when I had that first child. So I made a lot of mistakes.
You're still a kid.
And so many people have made mistakes. It's not about how you start. We're not perfect. There's nothing wrong with making mistakes in life.
Yeah.
As long as you can overcome them.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I ain't no perfect mom. Hell yeah, I told them. They know everything about me. I know everything about them.
But has it helped them lead a more like not a life that
well, I told them, no, you're not going to fucking jail. You're not dropping out of school. Ain't nobody molesting you. Those are the 3 guarantees that I'm gonna have for you. Yeah. Everything else you do is on your fucking own. Right. But you will graduate. Ain't nobody sticking their thumb up your ass, and you're not going to jail.
Wow. I mean, I've been molested actually, but I never got the thumb up the ass. That's the thing.
Your molester was a beginner.
Yeah, he should have started with the thumb up the ass. Worked his way up.
You'd have told quicker.
worked his way up to the front diddling. Yeah.
Oh my God.
I heard you go to bed at 8:30.
Yeah.
Did you say that you were on Seth Meyers last night?
That was great.
Yeah, that's why. Yeah. That's just great.
Man, I'm 50. I'm 50 with heavy titties. I be want to take my bra off and my wig off and go to bed.
Is that right?
I don't got time for all this young people shit out here.
And you're just done? You don't want to watch? Do you watch anything? Any entertainment before you go to bed?
I watch Handmaid's Tales.
You do watch Handmaid's Tale and then right to bed at 8:30.
Well, I watch it in between flights and stuff like that. But I'm busy between shooting the show and I'm on the road and I have an overall deal with Paramount and BET Plus, trying to develop other things, and I'm building a house, and I'm married, so I'm involved in a lot of shit.
You're building a house now? Where in
Atlanta?
I'm building a house back in Atlanta.
That's amazing.
Yeah,
congratulations.
I'm the general contractor. I'm doing it all.
Did you design it?
I did.
Wow. Can you talk about any of the design? Like, what did you like about the designing it?
I just hired an architect and I told her what was in my head and we went back and forth. I bought 7 acres and a house was sitting there and I knocked the bitch down. The neighbor was like, what the hell is wrong with her? I live on this little nice street with 11 nice little white people. And they was like, what is that Negro over there doing?
But did you have the fun of like being like, I've always wanted a kitchen like this. I've always like all that sort of
TikTok will fuck you up. It will make you spend so much money. TikTok, really. So I knew what I wanted. I knew what I wanted the house to look like. Yeah. I knew how big I wanted the house, and I just went. I hired an architect, and I said, hey, help me out here. Right. And she drew. I didn't know architects make that kind of money, but they do. Yeah. And it took about 6 months and we got it together. And I just went out and I pulled a permit for the house and I brought on a friend who does houses and I'm the general contractor. I mean, I was just on the phone. I got to get wood over there to the builder, the framer. Yeah. And I picked out everything.
That's great. Is it done?
No, we about to put the second floor on.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's pretty big. And I built a guest house next door for my son to live in. And so I just did it on my own.
That's awesome.
That's so great. That's awesome.
You cut out the middleman from charging you an extra $5 to go up the street and get lumber. I don't got time for that shit.
Yeah.
It's a button you can hit and bam, lumber is at your door. I don't need you to overcharge me for shit.
That's right. Everything's a button these days. Get rid of all those middlemen.
You get to shop the prices where the person will because I had somebody come in and was like, oh, a couple million. I was like, what? No, I didn't want $1 million mortgage. I want $1 million house, but I need a regular mortgage. I can go work at, I can be a Walmart greeter and still pay my mortgage.
Right.
Mm-hmm. So that's the type of mortgage I got.
Yeah.
That ain't the type of house I got.
Yeah. No, you got a good mortgage then.
Yeah. So I just had, I wanted to be smart. I didn't want to pay $50,000 a month.
Yeah.
Because I might not want to go to work.
Yeah.
So at this house, I can just chill.
Yeah.
And my mom always said, ain't nobody got to know your lights off. Just keep the curtain closed. Nobody got to know your struggles.
That's right.
As long as you pay your rent, don't be outside. Nobody knows what you're going through.
That's right.
So you'll have some good curtains.
I'm going to have some good curtains. Believe me, I'm going to find somebody that's going to really sew me some curtains and ain't going to charge me an arm and a leg. Because if you say arm and a leg, I say bye-bye. I shop all around, I'd give you a quick quote. I had a quote for a septic tank, $52,000. I was like, oh, that's a little too
where does that lay with septic tanks normally? How do you know how much the average
big? I needed a 3,000 gallon.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And I was like, oh, that's a little too much. And I just kept shopping around and I found a guy for damn near half the price. That was just as good.
Wow.
So I found I went to a tree guy. He said, "Oh, the people in the fancy trucks are gonna charge you more."
Right.
He said $24,000 for 11 trees. I got 15 trees cut down for $11,000. So that's what you save when you be your own contractor.
But that's impressive to me, because if I was doing as well as you're doing, I wouldn't give a shit what they would bilk me. I would be the perfect mark.
Yeah, you would be the perfect mark.
Well, John, you're not going to bed at 8:30, so your head isn't clear.
That's really impressive.
Well, you know, I know money. I mean, I'm an ex-drug dealer. Every dime's count. I've been to the bottom. I ain't trying to go back there. I'm like, bitch, please, you trying to rip me off? Bye. Bye, bitch. Bye. Bye. No.
I would love to hear that. Just you're trying to make a deal and you're like, bye, bitch.
Yeah, and I tell him all the time. Motherfucker told me he didn't have not in what it was $100,000. I said, boy, eat me from the back.
I'll see you in the front.
Bitch, I will fucking have a fan before I give you that much.
That's your next album title. Come on.
Yeah, I'm not paying that, but you got to know what you know.
Right.
And then when the thing is get a quote, and whatever he quotes you go talk to the next motherfucker like you know what you're talking about.
Right.
So when they think you know what you're talking about, they ain't gonna be jacking the prices up.
Yeah.
So always get 4-5 quotes, because from each person you're gonna learn something.
Right.
Just don't take the first thing the first motherfucker say.
Yeah.
That's how you save money. So when I'm cutting money here, like I had to waste some money on some concrete because I had to fire a concrete guy. But I know enough about concrete. When I fuck with it again, I won't have to spend that kind of money.
I love that.
It's just homework.
Yeah.
When I lay in the bed and I'm looking at TikTok, it's somebody on TikTok that will teach you let me tell you something. They even tell you on YouTube how to suck dick. So I knew that somebody on TikTok was going to show me how to build a house from the ground up.
That's quite a range.
And if he can't, learn how to suck my dick.
My girlfriend was like, you gotta swallow. I was like, swallow. See, I don't be no swallow. And so I went on there and I said, oh, that's too much hard work.
Oh my God, I learned from a hairbrush.
Jesus. You really like hair down your throat like that?
90s. Come on.
Hopefully the handle part.
Because if not, she wanted a black cock in her mouth. And she turned that breast around.
Big old black bristly cock.